Since global environmental unsustainability was discovered, some people have been talking about Spaceship Earth. Well, I am a certified flight instructor, so here's another valuable lesson. An aviation accident has 3 stages. First, something starts to go wrong, which we call losing positive control of the aircraft. Second, you reach what's called an unrecoverable situation. Third, the aircraft hits the ground. Losing positive control of the aircraft means the aircraft isn't doing what you want it to do. When you lose positive control of the aircraft, it doesn't mean you're going to crash automatically. It just means that the aircraft is no longer flying as a result of anything you're currently making it do. As we say, you have stopped being the pilot and have become a passenger. If your situation deteriorates to the point that you reach an unrecoverable situation, that is the point at which the crash is automatic. The length of time between the beginning of the unrecoverable situation and the crash is basically irrelevant, because at that point, there is no action you can take that will prevent the crash. Your opportunity to prevent the crash happens between the loss of positive control and the beginning of the unrecoverable situation. That is the length of time you have to regain positive control of the aircraft and prevent the crash. That length of time is called your remaining useful lifespan, because that is the window of opportunity you have to take action that will make the difference between life and death. In the R-22, which is the helicopter I trained in the event of an engine failure, your remaining useful lifespan is reduced to 1 second. At the end of that 1 second, if you haven't gotten your rotors into a configuration that will allow you to glide down to a safe landing, all you will be able to do for the rest of your life is to watch yourself die. Now, climatologists are saying that we have about 10 years left to stop global warming before it starts escalating all on its own and global disaster will be inescapable. That means we have lost positive control of Spaceship Earth, and for all intents and purposes, the human race has 10 years left on its remaining useful lifespan. Maybe a quarter of the human race will survive or something like that. So maybe only 75% of the human race is down to 10 years left on their remaining useful lifespan. But how much good is that really going to do anyone? Do you want to take your chances on being among the 1 out of 4 people who survive? This means that everyone in the global revolution against the control of resources by a few people and in favor of the globalization of civil rights, who is 25 years old right now, is struggling for the right to turn 35 before the world ends. When you connect all the branches of science by first principles, this is the answer you get. Unfortunately, college-educated academic scientists with their Richard Dawkins books about objectivity and their specialization in different fields of study and their sheltered upper-middle-class lifestyles can't see it because they're too caught up in the American fairy tale that says that one way or another, everything is going to work out and everyone is going to live happily ever after. The politicians and business people who go to the G20 meetings can't afford to see the truth or else can't afford to admit it publicly because it conflicts with their various mythologies. All the most powerful and influential people in America are going to say that I have to be wrong. Not because they know how to disprove scientifically anything I've said, but because what I've said too greatly conflicts with their unscientific worldviews. If all the most powerful and influential people in America can't accept the possibility that I'm right for no other reason than because they're already convinced that they are right, who is going to solve the problem? This is why grassroots activism is the foundation of democracy. The truth can only be turned into public policy by people who haven't already committed themselves to depending on falsehoods to justify their position in the political system. The education system is the foundation of any political system, because people always use whatever ideas they know about to try to figure out what to do. It is possible to restore science to its rightful place and transform our schools and universities to meet the demands of a new age, just like our president said. It wouldn't even cost very much. I've referred you to 36 reference sources over the course of this show. When I looked them all up on Amazon, you could buy them all used, shipping and handling included, for $319.41. That transformation of the education system just isn't going to result in anything our Harvard-educated president seems to be expecting. It's going to result in everyone learning why all those outlaws are struggling for human rights. So that's one very big way that people can intervene in our political system, by student activists or parents or whoever learning the truth on their own and then doing whatever it takes to make the education system stop teaching people the pre-scientific superstitions America was founded upon and start teaching people the facts that democracy depends on. That's what the Students for a Democratic Society and groups like them have already been struggling for. The one thing they've been missing to this point is a cohesive body of reliable information they can use to prove they're right. I write all of my books about restoring science to its rightful place and transforming our education system to meet the demands of a new age, so people don't have to read 36 books to learn it. I record audio versions of most of my books and post them on the internet for free download. So, the next time someone tells you that a better education will cost you more, don't believe them.